Living in an area which is about 2,000 feet above sea level could be just a story to some people. But for the people of Gembu in Mambilla Plateau of Taraba State, it is reality. It is what they do every day. And that has attracted the celebration of this year's World Tourism Day. We're going to bring you details of that and a whole lot more, bringing you the life of the people of Gembu in Mambilla Plateau, Taraba State. Mambilla Plateau, a rare gift of nature given freely to Taraba State in northern Nigeria, open to all in Sardauna local government area, 8-hour drive away from the capital, Jalingo. Words cannot accurately capture the beauty of Mambilla Plateau. It is the peak of Mandara Mountains, which begins in Borno State, includes Adamawa Mountains, Shepsi around Adamawa, bordering Cameroon, and ends with Obudu Mountains in Cross River State. And arguably the largest plateau in Nigeria, it is about 60 kilometers wide and impressive high altitude, with the tip of most of the hills hidden in the clouds. Visiting the mountains by road, a journey of many twists and turns. All through the 3-hour drive, indigents are seen residing at almost every level of the climb. They also make available food crops, which mostly are fresh from the farms. At other points, the scenery is the focus, from green mountain tops to large plantation of cypress trees.
There are economic trees. One, you see, if you grow up eucalyptus and they grow up straight, use them as electricity poles. They also saw them up and use them as planks for building. So eucalyptus also comes in handy after harvest, like the twigs can be used as firewood material, you know, and it's sustainable because the people are the people that produced it. You know, that is, they farmed it themselves. So they come to harvest it. When they harvest, eventually the young tree shoots again, grow up again. So that is sustainable.
Okay. Part of the plants are also tea, accounting for a large portion of the tea consumed in Nigeria.
Yeah, the tea plantation is somewhere behind there in Kakara. You know, for years they have been producing tea and they output it finally into their last packaged product, that is Highland tea.
The beauty is also dotted with man-made efforts, such as the dam.
It came to be known as Sijin Dam because Sijin was the construction company that constructed the dam. And they constructed it for the beverages production company, right? For the beverages production company. And it is supposed to dam up water during the wet season. And then they will now use it to irrigate the tea plantation throughout the year.
In the midst of all the greenery, shimmering white accompanied with splashing sound is heard. Another attraction of Mambilla Plateau, waterfalls. Created out of the rocks are caves, one of them Bamga Cave, measuring as deep as 10 feet. It has resting spots as well as hiding angles at almost every corner, with the source of illumination being cracks in the stone and possibly torchlight. As is common in Nigeria, indigents say it used to be a place of refuge from war in ancient times, but today is a rich hunting site. A 360-degree turn on one of the tops shows that one is practically surrounded by hills. In the midst of the hills, one of the settlements, a community called Kilayan, makes an interesting stop. They are known to be experts in blacksmith instead of agriculture, which most of the other indigents practice. Their journey into blacksmith began in early 1900s, when in their search for a means of survival, they discovered that the black sand, which is spread everywhere in their community and riverbanks, could be used to create wealth and defense in times of war.
So they created their own local implements, and they took them beyond just regular civilization, but it helped them to win wars, it helped them to create their legal tender, it helped them to create domestic implements, it helped them to create farming implements. These hoes were the legal tender, and every family had to stock some. The more number of hoes you had, the more wealth the family had. They used the hoe also to create canyons and gorges. These gorges were in such a way that they protected the communities around. So when warriors came on horseback, these gorges were a little bit covered. So the horses would fall into these gorges, and then the people or the warriors of the Kilayan community will attack these horses. So
when one is not awed by the human story on the plateau, the arrangement of plains and horizons of hills dotted with greens presents the motivation to conclude a 3-hour drive. One of the effects of climbing so high is the weather, which could be described as unusual for a country like Nigeria.
The Mambilla Plateau is cool, as you have experienced now. You see that this temperature here, is almost that of a temperate area. And not only that, in the Mambilla Plateau, you experience hailstones. And hailstones are things that do not occur in the tropics. Not only that, you find that the Jos Plateau, you can plant mangoes, and they do. The mango is a tropical fruit. Okay? You can plant pawpaw, it will do. Because it's a tropical fruit. But when you come to the Mambilla Plateau, it can't, because the temperature is above that of Jos.
Finally arriving at Gembu, about 1,900 feet above sea level, the venue for the 2011 celebration of World Tourism Day. here, it looks like just another rural area in the country, and one will almost forget the height from the road and other local government areas, as well as the fact that this is a settlement on a mountain. Living far away from others implies that residents must provide especially food for themselves. And with the weather here, growing crops, especially grains, is not that hard. Consequently, there's always fresh food crops at almost every spot. The activities on the streets indicate the seriousness that the people of Sardauna local government area have attached to the event, declared by the United Nations for the 27th of September every year. The stated point is the open square on the Mambilla Plateau. As expected, dignitaries from all over the country have convened to enjoy the music, attire of the people, and ultimately how they will interpret this year's theme, tourism linking cultures. The venue came alive as the representative of each of the 16 local government areas filed out in their style. Some showed off attires, some showcase dance steps. Others just performed. complementing the dances, indigents tell stories of old and present their culture through wares.
This one is called Mba Quiri. This is our traditional drink. Mba is maize or guinea corn. This is our traditional meat. We call it Ngitu. When there was no cow, nothing, we use Ngitu. One of our meat, our traditional meat. If we cannot get the bush meat, then we use this one, our traditional meat. Our granny meal. That was when we doesn't have before. We use this, the stone to grind anything we want to cook.
Apart from edibles, the people are proud of their clothes.
Yes, you buy the material, you carry it to the tailor, he sews it, and then you design it the way you like it.
What does the design? Does it have name or just anything you like?
Any pattern you like, you can sew it.
And what occasions do you use it?
We use it in tradition wedding, any tradition that you want to go, you can use it. But not for party wear.
They indulge in the advertisement pattern of patronizing themselves first. Even community leaders are not left out.
Well, what I wear on my head is the one that represents the chief. It's for Kambo community. When you wear it like that, people give gap because when you wear it, it represents the entire community that you are the leader of the community of the Kambo community. So the women will give chance when you are coming, when they see this type of cap. They will give you a chance. And then the elders, they will carry this chair I'm sitting on and to give you to sit on. You cannot sit on any other chair apart from the traditional chair.
Another pride of the people emanates from their almost lost ways of survival.
We call it in our dialect, Kabidu. That's Kabidu means that's our umbrella that we were using in those days. This is the umbrella we were using. And if we go to farm, we cover it. When rain is falling, we just cover it like this. We'll be working our farm.
The full package was obviously impressive. However, for the digging trees, the location was still the ultimate attraction.
As we stand here on this celestial plain of Taraba, on this God-given plateau, this place of temperate coolness, a landscape that is of unbelievable magnificence, this land that compares and betters even the Swiss Alps and the French Alps, and compares very, very favorable with the Blue Mountains.
According to the host, events at the Mambilla Plateau will only get better as they have outlined their development plans.
There's going to be an airport here. In time, one of our focus in this administration is that we're going to have an airport here. Then we're going to have what comes close to a 5-star hotel here on the Mambilla. But beyond that, we're also going to work on the roads, the road network, so that people will have easy access to this place.
For our state to do a show, to blend it with tourism, and it appeared as if it were a carnival. To my mind, it's a success and it's an achievement.
A short distance away, the children have their own display ground, and in a modernized way, they show the future face of their culture.
dance, the time that they're making a chief or they're calling a chief, a new chief, traditional chief. You see old mothers and young girls, they will dance. Then you see how our children will display.
With all this, the people of Taraba State, in unity on the mountains of Mambilla Plateau, interpret the theme, tourism linking culture, as they celebrate the 2011 World Tourism Day.